there once again, people. Welcome to another episode of Seeking Shamblers. This time around, we're going to be checking out a level called Beat the Reaper. Yes, an interesting name indeed. One that, definitely sounds exciting. And yeah, to be exact, this is actually Beat the Reaper 2 by Imaginos. We actually, last time around, checked out Beat the Reaper. So, yeah, this is the second one, I guess you could say. Though, really, like I said, it basically uses the exact same name. So, basically, we're going to have to, separate on the wiki up a 1 and a 2 in the ampersand and whatnot. But, yeah, basically, it's two different variants, while being pretty much almost the exact same thing or whatnot, because, yeah, they're actually very, very similar. So while this is a new level to check out, it's going to be very, very similar. The documentation is pretty much identical as far as I'm seeing and whatnot. Yeah, it's just basically telling you how to do everything that you already did. So, needless to say, really check out that one. We're not going to really tackle most of this because we've already kind of seen it one time before. So, needless to say, this was made on the same day as far as I'm aware. I don't know, any of the timestamps, so we're going to go with the October 13th, I guess. Anyway, yeah, it basically, like I said, we have Beat the Reaper 1 and Beat the Reaper 2. There's the two different versions. And what's exactly the difference? Let's see here. I'm just trying to see if there's any other differences before we get down there. Anything left to, read or, really care about whatsoever, huh? Trying to swap between them is not really working out for me. This version of Beat the Reaper has been modified by him so that players wanting to use bots and patches can use them without any errors occurring. Yeah, Beat the Reaper 1 is especially intended for just actual physical players. You can't use bots, you can't use anything else on it. It will only work with actual players. Beat the Reaper 2 is a slightly modified version that allows you to basically play it with other, with bots, which we don't really care about because we don't have bots. But that's beside the point. It does not matter what we do and don't have at the moment. What matters is, the adventures we could find, the trouble we could get into, because that all sounds quite exciting. Let's see, is there anything else I really care about? I'm trying to just skim through it. And I'm seeing something yeah, see, the big difference between 1 and 2 also is I don't believe there's any deathmatch start rooms. Yeah, the guns and ammo are strewn about the level. Most inclusive places to respawn points. So, that's the big difference. Guns are strewn about the level as opposed to pretty much everything being thrown about in the starting location in a bunch of spawning rooms. So yeah, so instead of spawning in a bunch of starting rooms, you'll spawn in different areas. Who knows, maybe you're going to spawn in the same areas that the starting rooms would have brought you out to anyway. Like I said, there was always that end of a teleporter anyway, so I'm not too sure this is going to be that drastically different. So, let's see here, which, I'm just trying to skim through it because it's he modified various minor portions, but most of the readme is the same because most of it is relevant to both. So, let's see here. Wait, how in God's name did all my levels contain, but then he's the 12 deathmatch starts? I don't care about that. Let's see here, okay. But I want to just scroll down to here because I want to find out what exactly is different and what we care about. So, let's see here. Why does it feel like I keep going? Okay, I'm going insane now. It keeps going back up on me. I set it to where I want it to be so that way I can compare the two, and then it's going back up on without my own volition. Because I'm setting it, yeah. So I'm not going to be able to swap back and forth like I wanted to and check it. But yeah, this is BTR2, the file name. Yeah, like I said, he's going to include all the different instructions on how to do it. I don't really think there's any differences, but it's not exactly make it easy for me for whatever reason. But yeah, Anyway, it said it's basically all the secret rooms, which I talked about in the first one. And yeah, let's see here. Well, let's see here. Oh my god, there's so much pointlessness I don't really care about. There are a lot of other items in this level that were not on BTR 1. That's because in BTR 1, all players start out in the player start rooms, which contain health, ammo, armor, and acquired damage. They grab this stuff and teleport to the killing zone. Basically, this version can be used with patches and bots, while BTR 1 can't. Yeah, if you want to play with bots or patches, you want to play Beat the Reaper 2 by Imaginos. It's the same level, there's no player start rooms, all the guns and ammo are in the level. So yeah, very simple, very straightforward. Let's actually get to this, because talking about this random thing is pretty tiresome when it is pretty much, like I said, the same level. It's not too grandly different as far as I'm aware. Like I said, I'm not sure how different it is, and that's a matter of what this test is about. But it is part 2 to this series, and therefore kind of like what we need to really tackle, because it feels like it is the second half to the same level. It came out the same time, it looks like, so here we are. Beat the Reaper, part 2, which looks a lot like part 1 would. Like I said, it's going to be very, very similar. So, as you see, the big difference is over here there's like different ammo now. The guns seem about the same as they were before, but the ammo is different. So you have like shells over here where you did before. You had rockets, you have cells, all that. Before you just had the guns over here. So, yeah, I'm going to have to like modify the walkthrough and whatnot to have like different ammo placements. But it looks like the guns, the hard part, is pretty much already tackled for me. So that's pretty much that. Yeah. Very simple, very straightforward. Anyway, let's jump into the water. And, well, we got more random garbage here. And let's see here, we got... The nails were here on the sides before. That was on both versions. But other than that, it was like plain over here. And now we have just different little stacks and whatnot, including another set of nails that we didn't have before. Like I said before, it's a more symmetrical design and all that. I don't want to take that one because that's where one of the secrets is. So let's see here. We can now teleport up to the balconies using either of these. This will lead to the upper floors. This will give me the grenade launcher, some more rockets. Really, like I said, the big difference here is all the different ammo. Not really too much different. The geometry is very much the same. So, I'm not really too surprised by all this. More quad damages up here, actually. That wasn't in the previous version. Yeah, there was no quad damages on the upper floor. Yeah, like I said, I'll have to, like, tackle all this. And then I think there should be one with the health on the top. Yep, there's still one with the health on the top. So this is the anti-room with health on the top. How's these rooms look? Do they look the same? It looks like these rooms are pretty much identical to what I'm used to. If this is the room without this on the top, I want to say... Oh god, I forget which one leads which way. I think... this leads to the other room? Yes, it did. Okay, my guess was correct. This leads to the other room. As you see, it's identical in every way. So let's go into this one and we'll get it into the main area. You know, could have used any of the other ones to get here. We are used to basically how the teleporters work. And yeah, that's going to save a lot of time when it comes to like just writing it all out. Is already all the teleportation, all that's been set. Like I said, a lot of this has already been set. So it's mostly just ammo placements, little random things like that. But most of it's already in place. Like I said, I'll have to like figure how many of a thing are placed in these different areas and all that. But really, like I said, we did all the hard work last time. So, as you see, there's definitely more ammo, different things here. Yeah, it's pretty much what you would expect from this. Different little resources. One of these sides should have like a 25 health. Here's the one with the 25 health. So, let's see here. That is all the main area. Now all we have to do is just check out the secrets. Okay, well, it doesn't really matter to you whether we do the secrets, right? Everyone who's seen this hopefully has seen BTR 1. Otherwise, you know, sorry, but I just spoiled kind of the deepest secrets right here. here we are. As you see, the cache looks kind of identical. In fact, it might be identical. Yeah, I think it is identical. Let's see here. 3 there. 3 there. And quad image that. So yeah, the cache is completely the same. I wonder if all the secret rooms are the same. That'd be funny. It would save a lot more time even if all the secret rooms are going to be exactly the same as they were. Let's go up here. So you see, this is exactly the same as it was. Have a little hidden area. Here's the little 25 health. Let's go down here. This should have nothing in it. Now it has 225 healths. That was in the last version, but not really the biggest of deals. Let's see here. What else was there? Well, if you can figure out which side had the whatchamacallit. Okay, this is the side with the quad damage. I want to go to this corner, I believe, is where the teleporter is to the upper floor. Or it's a red armor. There's a red armor in that corner, people. That was curious. Random red armor. Wait, do all the corners have red armor? That's interesting to say the least. That wasn't in the previous version. Yeah, the 2 upper corners had red armor. Either that or I picked up one by accident without knowing. I'll have to like fix that up later. But doesn't one of these like teleport me? There we are. There's the teleporter one. Here's some ammo. Okay, we saw the alcove. Let's see here. Let's go down here. I think I actually picked up the 25 health, didn't I? Yeah, that where I'm just highly disoriented. Yep, I'm highly disoriented. Here's where the secret is. We come in here. That's totally worthless for me. What else is there? Here's the button. I want to go this way. Here's where the 25 health is. I want to come in here. And then I want to go straight. Now we're in the other cache. Let's see here. Should be 4 if I'm correct. Oh, damage. Well, don't care about that. 4. That, and that. Yep. Basically exactly the same for the caches. So the caches aren't going to have a single change to them between the 2 versions. Very, very straightforward. Very, very simple. In general, the secret areas are pretty much the same. There's like 225 healths up there, but that's pretty much the biggest difference between the 2 versions. Let's think for a second. I'm trying to think. There's 6 secrets in this particular level. 1 is the corner. 2 is the alcove up there. 3 is the button that you open the door with. 4 is one of the caches. 5 is the other cache. And 6 is the teleporter which leads to the alcove. So we already saw all 6. That's basically the entire level. Very, very simple, very straightforward. It's a lot quicker and easier when you understand it and when we're pretty much just flying through it because, like I said, we saw BTR 1. And like I said, this is like BTR 1 but with some slight differences. No starting areas and all that. I wonder if the starting areas are still on the map. It wouldn't surprise me if like that geometry was still existent. It just didn't have any spawn locations there. That wouldn't surprise me in the slightest, actually. Yeah. I'd definitely be curious about that one. I'm trying to I was just curious about file sizes. Yeah, BTR 1's a little bit bigger. But I was just curious if there was like any level geometry that said like anything outside of the norm. Yeah, it doesn't look like... Maybe he actually did delete the level geometry outside of it. I'm trying to figure out like in... Let me see if I look at BTR 1, if like there was this extra level geometry. I'm just trying to see if like he actually deleted the rooms or if the rooms still exist in some form on the map. No, he actually physically deleted the rooms. Yeah, you can like look at it and one of them has the rooms deleted, one of them doesn't. So, yeah, he actually physically went in and deleted all the starting rooms. So, that's that. Very simple, very straightforward. We're going to have to go in and fix it all up to have this particular second mission. Because, like I said, they both have the same bloody name. But, yeah, it's the full story, I guess you could say, the full complete thing of this. Thank you all for watching. It's been the adventure, and I shall see you all next time.